It is a beautiful day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Please do one thing for me, subscribe to the channel. We are about to talk sports, everything sports. Just subscribe to Albertson Sports and then you'll be able to be updated from any time you need to be updated when it comes to football updates. So today our conversation or our interaction, I'm going to start from Manchester United. So just after their match against Brentford, losing to Brentford by 2 goals to 1. And next day, their head coach Eric Ten Hag was fired um, based on his recent performance as the head coach of Manchester United this season, even last season. The signs were clear that Eric Ten Hag wouldn't have survived the whole season, even if he had won against Brentford. So it was unfortunate he lost. It was unfortunately that he lost to Brentford and he lost his job. I saw a lot of Manchester United fans excited about his firing and then all that things. Yet it was clear that the Manchester United fans were not happy based on the performance the club was, getting at the end of every match. The outcome of every match was not encouraging and was not an exciting something for the fans of Manchester United. So I understand how excited they are and I understand where they were coming from. And after firing Eric Ten Hag, they decided to appoint a new coach and they started contacts and negotiations with Amorim. Ruben Amorim. He's currently the head coach of Sporting CP in Portugal. Last season, he won the league with Sporting CP, and this season, after almost 10 matches, he's on top of the Portuguese league, and he's doing very well to be able to win the league for the second time as the coach of Sporting CP. And Manchester United have closed the deal. Let's say they've completed the deal to sign for Miguel Amorim to be the next coach of Manchester United. Now, some might be raising concerns or some might have different opinion about the appointment of Ruben Amorim. Some will also say he's a good coach considering his performance at Sporting CP. He's definitely a good coach to be a good fit for the Manchester United job. But my question is, was Eric Ten Hag a bad coach at Ajax? Because he also won the league at Ajax before coming to Manchester United. Was he a bad coach at Ajax? But at Manchester United, he flopped, and his spell at Manchester United was very worse. And since Eric Ten Hag took over as Manchester United coach from 2021-2022 season, he committed his own. He caused his own sack. I understand. He deployed or he brought something at Manchester United. He did something at Manchester United. That's some portion of Manchester United supporters didn't like what he did at Manchester United. And some category of Manchester United fans also thought of it that what he did was right. Even though what he did was right, from where I am sitting right now, I think what Eric Ten Hag did was right. And what was the thing that he did? There are some portion of Manchester United fans didn't like what he did was letting some players leave the club. Yes, especially Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is a big name and he have a lot of influence in everything he plays, especially a legend at Manchester United. He's playing this at Manchester United. We all know who Cristiano Ronaldo is and what he did for Manchester United. Now you come in as a young coach who is trying to get the support of the fans, and you decide to sack one of their greatest players they've seen in football. He's one of the greatest players football has ever seen. You decide to let him leave the club, even not in a good note. So this made some portion and category of Manchester United fans were always against Eric Ten Hag. And some Ronaldo fans, they were not Manchester United fans, but some Ronaldo fans were not in support of Eric Ten Hag. But was he right? Personally, I think the decision to let Cristiano Ronaldo leave Manchester United at that time was very right. Yes, it was very right. But it was up to Eric Ten Hag to make sure he lived on a good note. Because Cristiano Ronaldo is a big, big institution that have a lot of numbers behind him. And any little issue you do have against or you do have with Cristiano Ronaldo will definitely affect you. And that was one major problem that affected Eric Ten Hag's stay at Manchester United. But in a club where some people do not like you, where some people do not want you to be the head coach of the club because you've done something. And that was one major thing. Now let's move on to the appointment of Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is a very young coach. Now at Manchester United, the current state of Manchester United, is he necessary or is it suitable to appoint a coach who is also a young, not in a top tier league, to come and then take a certain Manchester United job, a certain Manchester United team that is sinking, that is drowning, and you want someone to rescue the club? Is it a certain young Ruben Amorim that you appoint to be the head coach or the next coach? Yes, Ruben Amorim can come as a Manchester United coach. He will become a hero. Yes, he can come and then he'll rescue the club and then he'll become the hero at the end of the day. He can also come and become a worse coach as compared to Eric Ten Hag because he's a young coach. He's coming to a league that demands more, a club that demands more, and a club that the media also criticize coaches, that the media and then the former players on various TV shows, sports shows have the chance, get huge platforms to criticize coaches of their clubs. Now that is the job a young Ruben Amorim is coming to handle. It will be a very difficult task for him. But if this young coach or this Ruben Amorim guy, superb career at Sporting CP, if he's able to handle this Manchester United job, pick them from where they are and improve this Manchester United team, I think it will be a very, very morale booster for Ruben Amorim. Proud to next season. If he's I mean from now Manchester United are 14th on the league. If he's able to pick Manchester United from 14th to, let's say, even half, or let's say 7th to 8th or 5th seat on the table, it's a morale booster for him, and for next season he'll be a good force to reckon with. He's actually a good coach. Now, how does Ruben Amorim, what is his style of play, or how does he set up his team in every team or in Sporting CP? Let's reference Sporting CP because that's his current club. He is a coach who loves to go with a three back. Traditionally, the three back. So he built from three defenders, two pivots, and then five attackers. And any coach who plays with three back always want to have a lot of numbers in midfield. He would like to dominate midfield. So it's not easy to break his defensive line or to break his midfield to attack his defensive line. We can talk of Inter Milan, a fan of the three back. So you get Acerbi, Bastoni, either that time Milan screening, or even now you have um let's say Desert Dumfries or any of those defenders defending in that three back shape. Now, either let's say if Denzel Dumfries is playing as a wing back, you also join, and then Federico Di Marco will also join as a flying wingers, and then they will now either join the attack or the midfield. So in the midfield, you have Brozovic, you have Chahanoglu, you have Emery Mkhitaryan, Nicolo Barella on other things. So a team or a coach that always sets his team with that formation, like the three back, 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. He's a coach who always like his team to be compact, and he won't open up spaces for opponents to attack. So he's coming to a Manchester United team with this same style of play. Now, who are the central defenders of Manchester United? They have Matisse Delete. They have Lisandro Martinez. Lenny Euro is injured. Johnny Evans. Harry Maguire. These are the centre backs of Manchester United. Now, who are the laterals? Nazrai Mazrui. They have Mazraoui. They have Thiago Dalot. Now, these are players who are all more comfortable on the right, but because of the injury of Tyrone Malaysia and Luke Shaw, these two right backs are supposed to play. One is supposed to play from the left. So how are they going to be efficient in Ruben Amorim's three back? In this case, they are going to act as flying wingers, and as a flying, as a lateral or a wing back, your recovery should be on point. Are you going to get that same thing from Thiago Dalot and Mazraoui? For Mazraoui, I can confidently see because from matches I've watched as a lateral, his recovery is very, very good. But offensively, he's not that superb. So you get Thiago Dalot to join the attack and create chances, give good passes. So I think this kind of formation at Manchester United, he needs to work on, the players, because Casemiro is not the Casemiro we knew from Real Madrid. We can talk of Kobe Meno. Kobe Meno is injured now, and even if he recovers, the Kobe Meno of last season, are we seeing that same Kobe Meno this season? No. They have Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen is not that Eriksen of the Tottenham days and even his early days at Inter Milan. For now, because he has some heart problems, he has the quality as a player. But how is he going to be efficient in this particular midfield? So with the crop of players Manchester United have and the additions Eric Ten Hag made at or did at Manchester United, Ruben Amorim will have to improve these players. But all the same, in all everything being equal, all things being equal, he can improve them because yes, he has shown we've seen what he did to Victor Gyökeres and other and I mean Trincao. Trincao at Barcelona, he went to Wolves, was not that fundamental or that solid, but today at Sporting CP is one of the best attacking midfielders or wingers you can get in the Portuguese league. So I believe him, he can come and then things will work up for him. So this deal from Ruben Amorim is a make or break for him. All the best to him. He's coming to one of the biggest clubs in the world. Now let's move on to FC Barcelona. Barcelona had a very good week just this ended from last week against Bayern Munich to the weekend against um Real Madrid. And after the match, before the match, one important thing or one thing a lot of people were talking about was the goalkeeping department of FC Barcelona. Because in Nakipena, it's not that goalkeeper you can rely on when it comes to 1v1, when it comes to reflexes and I mean decisive saves for a club. But against Bayern Munich and against Real Madrid, he showed personality in post. And I think gradually his confidence is actually coming out. And he'll be a good fit, a good deputy to Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. So his contract now, Barcelona are negotiating with Inaki Pena to make sure they extend his contract and he'll extend his stay at FC Barcelona. Lamine Yamal, yes, won the Copa Trophy at the just ended Ballon d'Or Gala, the France Football Magazine. And after winning that Ballon d'Or, he's an Adidas boy. Yes, he has a contract with Adidas. So Adidas sponsors the 17-year-old Lamine Yamal. And as at now, Adidas has released a customized boot for Lamine Yamal. So the customized boot is what is on your screen. It's very, very beautiful boot for Lamine Yamal. At the age of 17, he has started getting things customized and signing deal with one of the top manufacturers in the world. It's actually good for him. Ronaldo Araujo got injured in the Copa America, and for this season he hasn't played a single minute for FC Barcelona. Now the Barcelona defense is very compact because the central defense is Inigo Martinez and Pau Kubasi. Christensen is injured. Ronaldo Araujo is injured, and according to reports from FC Barcelona, he's speeding up things and then his recovery is going faster and quicker, and he could return at the end of the next international break. And if Ronaldo Araujo returns, who is going to be out of the two centre back pair this season? Because Inigo Martinez is in the form of his life. Pau Kubasi cannot be moved. So who is going to move? Who is going to be out of this centre back pair? I think it will be a very very good, difficult task for Ronaldo Araujo and then Hansi Flick. Marc Casado was a young player in the La Masia or in the Barcelona Athletic last season. Even though he came up last season to play some matches under Xavi. But this season he has been a revelation for FC Barcelona and football. Proud to the start of the season, Frankie de Jong was injured and couldn't start the season. So he just returned and he had a good game against Real Madrid and again against Bayern Munich. But with the performance of Marc Casado, after the matches he has played and how efficient he has been, how confident and how comfortable the midfield has been with Marc Casado, should he be benched? Should he be substituted for Frankie de Jong in the starting 11? Because Pedri is untouchable. Then the Umo will come and he'll be the number 10 for FC Barcelona. So a partner to Pedri in the double pivot, should it be Marc Casado or Frankie de Jong? Let me see in the comment section. You can drop a comment in the comment section so that I will talk about it. Eric Garcia last season was playing for Girona. At the moment he's injured. And this season he hasn't been efficient because he went to the Olympic Games, and then considering the defense of FC Barcelona, it will be difficult for him to break through to bench any of the central defenders. Now in the midfield, Marc Casado is on form, he's playing very well. So as the number 6, he's actually not going to fit in there because Frankie de Jong is also back. According to report, Girona and then rest like that are interested in signing this 24-year-old defender. It will be a very, very good deal for Barcelona. And then Eric Garcia, because at Barcelona you check the availability or the players available in his position. He's not ahead of any of them because in the defense he's not ahead of Ronald Araujo, he's not ahead of Inigo Martinez, he's not ahead of Paul Kubasi, he's not ahead of Andres Christensen in the central defense. And even if Kunde returns to his central defensive position, he's not ahead of Jules Kunde. So in the defense, he's actually not in there. He can't compete with those available. Now in the defensive midfield, Marc Casado is playing very well and he can't bench Marc Casado. Frankie de Jong is back. I don't need to explain that one. So playing time will be very, very limited and to be very, very scarce for Christian Eriksen. I think it will be a very, very good decision for him to move to Girona because last season for Girona, he was one of their instrumental players in their campaign last season in the Spanish La Liga. And then, so if he returns to Girona, at least for that, the quality is not as much as compared to FC Barcelona, where he will struggle to get playing time. At that place, he will be more comfortable and he'll get enough playing time to play at Girona. And even West Side that, he'll get a lot of minutes to play at West Side that. I think it will be a very, very good move for Eric Garcia to move to one of those clubs. It's Albertine Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. After subscribing, also turn on the post notification bell and click on all so that anytime you upload a video, you'll be fortunate enough to be notified.